Hey everyone, welcome back to the happiest hour on earth. It's 2022 officially. So crazy. Hope you guys all had a great holiday season. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're back. We took a few weeks off, but we've got an exciting topic tonight and some other fun ones coming up too. So thanks for joining us. Tonight we're going to be talking about basically our Disney resolutions. It's the new year. Everybody's kind of coming up with their New Year's resolutions. Well, these resolutions aren't all going to be accomplished this year because they're pretty lofty, but they're ones that we hope to accomplish in the future at some point. So we thought that in the new year, it would be a good time to talk about the things that we want to do that are Disney related. So let's buckle in and get this show rolling.
All right, so we are so excited to talk about these bucket list items. Like you said, we definitely can't do them all in 2022. I wish we could. What
it would be an epic year.
That would be. I mean, we have some things from Disney World, which is definitely a few-hour flight away from us. International, which is a little bit longer than that.
More than a few.
But we just wanted to talk about certain things that we've always wanted to do in our life. And hopefully within the next Hopefully 5. I was about to say 5 to 10, but I'm just going to keep it at 5. Let's do it.
We'll see.
Yeah, 5 years. We're going to do these things. And we actually had a drink tonight, although we kind of drank them before the episode started. So this is a first. We usually save them for the episodes, but as we were getting ready, we just loved it so much that we started drinking it, and we didn't want to make another one because we didn't want to, get too toasty.
However, it was the same drink that we made a week or two ago when we took a week off from the podcast. We still made a Oga's Cantina drink that Chris made it. We made a reel for it. It's on our Instagram. So
yeah, it was right before the Book of Boba Fett came out, and we're filming this on a Tuesday, so tomorrow we're going to watch episode 2. And we want to know you guys' thoughts on Book of Boba Fett. We've been loving it, and we cannot wait to see where this series goes. But definitely hit us up with your theories. Hit us up with your predictions on the show. And go watch that reel and make it for one of the episodes. Get those Star Wars vibes. Get those Star Wars vibes on for sure. Yeah. But with that, should we jump in?
Let's do it. Okay, so we are going to break up these bucket list items by category so that it's not just like everything thrown together like a big mess. So we have 5 topics that we're going to talk about. We'll rotate back and forth a little bit. So the first category that we're going to discuss is what our dream ride would be. So like a ride that we haven't gotten to go on yet. Mine, since we've been on pretty much everything in Disneyland and we've been to Disney World and pretty much gone on all the ones that we would want to do, we're going international for this answer. So my pick, maybe yours isn't. We are going with Shanghai Disney, their pirate ride, which is called Pirates Battle for the Sunken Treasure. This ride looks so immersive, so exhilarating. Ever since it came out a couple years ago, I can't remember the exact year, but
16, 17,
we've watched some YouTube videos of it, and it just looks incredible. So that's a dream to get to go on that ride.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the same thing. If you're a Disney fan and that's not on your list to do, you're incorrect. Yeah, it should be on that list. I mean, the actual ride experience is way better than the video, right? When you watch videos of rides, yet this video looks like the best thing ever. The fact that they're mixing a lot of times we get physical rides with screen elements and all that stuff, but this is mixing a water physical ride with screen elements, and it looks absolutely insane. If you haven't seen the video for this, and I'm sure if you're a Disney fan, you have, but if you haven't, go check it out. It's insane. I mean, I can't even believe it.
It looks so crazy.
Animatronics, the screens. I'm not even like a big screen guy, but they implement them so well. this is one I definitely need to try. And
it looks like a really fun like detour from our usual Pirates rides, which are like such favorites anyways. But I feel like it would be so fun to get to experience that version too.
Yeah. And I'm gonna throw in a bonus ride here. Also in Shanghai Disney, the Tron Light Cycle Coaster. That thing looks awesome, and pretty soon. I know it got pushed back a little bit before, and I think it might have got pushed back again. So we might get it late 2022, or it might be early 2023 from what I heard in the recent report. But I won't have to go to Shanghai. I'll just need to go right across to Florida and get to ride that. And there, Tomorrowland, can't even believe it, but that thing looks awesome.
That looks pretty insane. Huge ride, and
and beautiful. Like the lights
are insane. Especially riding it at night would be nuts. I feel like it's gonna be like nothing we've experienced,
and it brings some extra life to Tomorrowland, which I hope they bring it to Disneyland, because I think Tomorrowland does need a little extra life. You know, seeing those lights go back and forth at night, like that seems so futuristic and cool, and I would love to see that.
Our Tomorrowland could use a little pick-me-up. I think Tron would be a good addition if they could find the space, which would be the hard part.
No.
As always.
We'll have to do an episode on, attractions that would be okay with getting rid of. I know Autopia was an opening day attraction, but if that meant that Tron could come here,
innovation building too.
Yeah, I mean that's not
much
opening,
going on
but
there.
If they had to make some room for it, innovation.
They could take out a few things. I know. Okay.
I mean now Star Wars Launch Bay,
So.
So they already started Star Wars Land, so get rid of that thing.
Come on, move it over there or something. Anyways, so those would be our dream rides. Next topic would be our dream resort. So we've been able to stay in Disneyland Resort once or twice. Not the other ones.
I've been in California.
Yeah, I haven't actually stayed there, but we've been inside. We've stayed in 2 different resorts in Disney World, which were amazing. But there are like endless resorts in Disney World. Like they're just they're never ending. Like the list just goes on and on. But one that I will forever want to be able to stay in is the Polynesian Resort.
Ooh, yeah.
It combines Hawaii and Disney, which are my favorite places to go. And we got to like walk around and like have a meal there when we visited Disney World.
Yeah.
And I was just like in heaven. I was like, okay, we're going to stay here one day. So that's definitely my dream resort.
That's a good one. And yeah, like you said, we went to Pop Century. We did a value one for a little bit with the renovated rooms. Had a great time there.
I loved Pop Century.
We actually had so much fun. And now the Skyliner, you could pick up a little ride from there, which is great. And then also we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, which was absolutely
so
incredible.
Amazing.
We stayed in I think it's called either the Royal Suite or the Princess Suite, something like that. But we stayed in one of those really nice suites over there, and it was decorated to the nines. Is that a thing?
I think
to
so.
The nine. I think
Sounds
it's to
like
the
an old
nine.
phrase.
Yeah. But it was absolutely incredible. We also got to see Yeehaw Bob at the little bar there, which was
He's
so
hilarious.
fun and incredible. And that would have been on my list, but since we already stayed there, I'm gonna have to say the Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge. Ever since I was a kid and I found out about this resort where you could look outside and see giraffes outside your window, I was like, yo, I gotta say
it's like
I need to be
in
there.
a zoo, but where you live. Like,
I wonder if you hear animals like in the middle of the night. Like if you turn off your light, you go to sleep, and then you just hear. Oh, that'd be cool.
I don't know,
I'd
man.
be all for that,
That would be pretty
definitely
cool way to wake up.
need to stay at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. So
Have like a giraffe poking its head through your window. Hello.
Hey, I'd be fine with that. He eats my little morning muffin, and I would give it to him.
Yeah,
although
I would too.
Probably not a good idea to feed the animals, but that and the Poly will do. Like you said, we went to the Poly one time. Went to Trader Sam's. Obviously, that's our favorite bar.
Oh yeah.
And as we were waiting, we went to that beautiful beach.
Yeah,
and
with the
overlooked
nice
the
view.
Floridian.
We got a beautiful
Right at sunset. Yeah, it was. Oof.
It was a beautiful scene.
Is awesome. And we definitely need to stay there.
Yeah, one day. One day it's gonna happen.
I am so down. So, what's our next cat?
Right. What do we have next? So next we're gonna be talking about what our dream restaurant would be. So there's dining options all over the place if you're in Disney. So we've obviously experienced a lot of those, but there's a ton that we haven't yet. So after listening to a few other Disney podcasts where they talk about some favorite dining experiences, I've heard a lot about Cali Grill, California Grill. It's in the Contemporary Resort in Disney World. Just sounds like a really fun experience to go there. And apparently you can have a really great view of the fireworks while you're having your meal, which just sounds like the best way to enjoy your meal. So I would just love to experience that.
Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, you could have like other dining packages for other nighttime shows, but to be at that vantage point, to see the fireworks blasting off right where you're eating, like I've never experienced being eye level with fireworks, and to go to the Cali Grill and see that, yeah, that's a good one.
That'd be pretty amazing. Honorable mention to another place that I've also heard about. This one I don't think is like as like fancy or like sit downy, but it's called the Skipper Canteen. Yeah, and I think it's like Jungle Cruise themed. Yeah, I guess. And the food is kind of like jungly or something. And I've heard that they have really, really good food. So I would love to check that one out.
We went to Disney World. I told people we should go. And then we ended up going somewhere else. So
really? I don't remember that.
I wanted to go to the Jungle Skipper Canteen.
Well, I would have been down. I don't even remember that happening. But
I think it was just, it's so rushed when you're at Disney trips sometimes.
And there's so many options. It's overwhelming.
We did go to, like, I think it was like we did Be Our Guest instead of this. Oh. So it was one of those, and the Skipper Canteen isn't as hard to get into as Be Our Guest, but you only have limited time.
Yeah, unless you
only
so
put
many
like
days
6 meals
in certain
into
parts.
a day.
Yeah.
But so mine is gonna be Space 220 in Epcot. This is a restaurant that opened recently where you literally go in a little pod, you blast off from Florida. You're waving goodbye to Florida. Like, see you later, alligators. Literally.
Whoa.
Because there's alligators everywhere.
I like that.
And then you fly up and then you're in space and you have a nice meal overlooking Earth and other stuff that's happening. You see like space stations, like a little astronaut, and you get to have a meal up in space. And how cool is that to be in Future World in Epcot? We already know, with Rise of the Resistance, that whole ship leaving and you're overlooking space before you go into the Star Destroyer, how amazing that looked. They're also doing this in the Star Wars Hotel, the Star Cruiser that's opening up. So we know that they've been working on this technology and we know that it's awesome. And so to have a meal in space, that's one I definitely need to do.
I highly agree. That does sound pretty amazing. Like nothing else you could really experience in Disney World.
For sure. So next up, we're going to be talking about our dream park. We've already been to Disneyland Paris, which was so incredible.
That was awesome.
So awesome. We had a great trip. It was a very busy day, so we didn't get to do as much as we really wanted to there. But if we were to do another international park, mine would have to be Tokyo Disney Sea. There's some incredible rides over there. The theming is just absolutely amazing. The volcano that's kind of, I think, at the center of the park, and the ride that's in there, Journey something.
I thought it was Journey to the Center of the Earth, wasn't it?
Center of the Earth, yeah, that's it.
Because that was an old book and stuff too.
So they have that ride. And it just looks amazing. And everything I read, when after we came back from Paris, I was like, what international park ranks the best, all that stuff. And just looking at other YouTube videos, everyone talks about Tokyo Disney Sea. And so that is one that I would love to do sometime.
Yeah. That was my answer as well.
Right.
That place looks so awesome. I've watched some videos, or not videos, but like I've watched the Imagineering story, and there's a whole section where they talk about when they made it and everything, and it just looks like such a fun park to visit. So much going on.
Yeah, and it's so different from the other parks too, which I think just kind of puts it, in its own category. And so, yeah, I would love to do that sometime.
Me too. Me too. All right. So moving on, we actually have our final category here, which is going to be just our overall dream Disney experience. So this could be pretty much anything, and there's so much, but my first choice, of course, had to be Club 33. So
how could it not?
As Disneyland people, obviously everyone talks about Club 33 and what a dream it would be to go there. It's such a like novel idea, and we all just kind of like know it's there. You can like see hints of it in New Orleans Square, and it's kind of like it's there, but you've just never gotten to actually see it or be inside. And it's like, one day I would just love to be able to experience that.
That's everyone.
And if you have been there, then you're lucky.
I know.
We know a few people that have, and I'm just very, very jealous.
Yeah, and if you have access to it,
hit us up.
You know who to call, and we will buy you a drink or two. We'll buy your meal. Get us in. We'll buy. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Please.
So my number one is gonna have to be 33 as well. Yeah,
of course,
I mean, how can you?
It just has to be. I mean,
I'm just dreaming. Every night I dream about going to Club 33, and one day we will. One day we will. I said 5 years, right? So. We have to meet some new
We really have
friends
to
in
meet
5
someone.
years. Yeah.
Because otherwise, our name will just be on the wait list indefinitely till who knows when.
Till never. Yeah, I know. Okay, so that is my number one as well.
All right.
What's your number two?
Number two for me is going to be visiting Disney Aulani in Hawaii.
So good.
As I mentioned when I was talking about the Polynesian resort, I love that vibe. I'm all about Hawaii and just tropical everything. So to get to combine that with the Disney resort in Hawaii is just like my dream come true. I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah. I mean,
One day.
Mixing the relaxing and the tropicalness of Hawaii and Disney. Oh, I actually know someone from my work who just went to Aulani, and she said it was amazing. And yeah, one day we'll do that. Ready. I think that'll be perfect with a little one, with her son, and just hang out by the pool.
Yeah.
Hang out with Mickey and everything, and have a little Mai Tai. I'm up for that. I'm totally ready down for that. So my second experience would be Walt's apartment in the firehouse in Disneyland. It's a place that he loved to stay and just overlook and see everyone hanging out and having a great time at his park. And to go in there and just see the light that never gets turned off now, representing his spirit just still alive with that Disney magic, and just seeing where he used to hang out. That is an experience I think I would never forget.
Yeah.
And
totally
and I know one person who's been in, and I'm so jealous, and I want to try to see if he gets. I'm just trying to, with all these experiences, I'm like, if I know someone, please just get us in. But yeah, Walt's apartment, it would be amazing.
It would be.
To go see.
That would be amazing.
Ugh.
Which leads to my final answer on this, which would be to see Walt's home.
Ooh.
His real home.
As an apartment.
Yeah. Like, not the home within Disneyland. So I think it's somewhere in LA. I can't recall.
Yeah, it's somewhere, in that vicinity. LA seems just like it encompasses a lot of SoCal.
Yeah, I can't recall the exact city. But we were watching the Disney Archives on Disney Plus that came out pretty recently. And the host of the show got to go and get a tour of Walt's house, and it was just so awesome. So much history there. Like he stood in the doorway where that iconic photo of Walt standing there, like leaning on the door. We all know and love that photo. So to see it in person and just the place where he lived and imagined and oh my gosh, like what an experience. I don't know how in the world you get to stumble upon an opportunity like that, but I hope that I meet someone one day who can get me into Walt's home.
If you're the owner of the house and you're listening to this podcast, obviously you're a fan of our show, just call us up. We'll go over there.
I would love
everyone,
to see.
Apparently, in my mind, everyone who could get us into somewhere
yeah,
lives here.
apparently.
So yeah, owner of the house, hit us up. We'll go. Please. No, and just going to the Disney Family Museum and seeing all those photos of him playing with his girls in the pool there. And just having them, just seeing that, I would be very tempted to jump in and be like, I'm in where Walt would love to sit. But just seeing all these like memorable photo spots of the man himself in his own home and getting to see that in real life, how awesome would that be? That's a great one. I didn't even have that on mine. So, but my third one would be a Disney cruise line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the cool thing about the cruise line is that you're never leaving the Disney experience, right? You're constantly a part of that Disney magic. And the other thing for us being newish parents is that they have childcare, which means, hey,
you get to
get
a break.
Out with Mickey and some other people. We're gonna go to the Disney bar. I will pick you up in a little bit. No, just kidding. But no, I'm not kidding, actually. No, the cool thing is that they get to have a fun time while you get to do a nice romantic dinner, and they have great childcare there. And then also, you're not only getting almost a park experience while you're on the cruise, when they're at the ports, you get to also visit and travel the world. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And I know a lot of the different ships offer different things. With the newest one, Disney Wish, I believe it's called. There's a Star Wars experience, a Marvel experience, a Frozen experience. There's shows, there's things to do, there's restaurants, and there's so much to see and do. And the nice thing is that with Disney owning it, there's a lot of experiences that you wouldn't be able to do if you were just to travel to these countries by yourself. They have that name, and they could do excursions that you probably wouldn't be able to get into if you just went by yourself. And so
it's true.
I think that would be a really, really fun experience. Another side mention would be to visit the Walt Disney Animation Studios in Burbank. I've always wanted to go and see where Walt created these amazing films, walk those streets, see those. I always think of those the street signs. The street signs are all named like Disney characters.
Yeah.
And to also see, I forgot what it's called, but I think it's called the Legacy Wall, or like the Disney Wall, or something like that, of all these like Disney legends have their handprints and their names and everything. And to see that would be absolutely incredible. And so with that, I think that pretty much does it for our first episode of 2022. I can't even believe that. A little bit of a shorter episode this week. We were just kind of busy with a lot of, we just came off. I had a nice week off of work, which was super great. But trying to get back into the swing of work, which I started today, kind of been a little bit delayed. So a little bit shorter episode today, but we have some great topics coming up for 2022. Some really exciting things just for our page in general. And so thank you guys so much for listening. If you guys have the time, there are, ratings and reviews that you could do on Apple Podcasts. And I think actually for Spotify now, which was kind of rolled out pretty recently. But that helps our show so much. So if you have like 2 to 3 minutes, make that a part of your resolution for the new year. No, but if you want to mark something off pretty quick, hey, that could be part of it.
Yeah,
it takes
if you like
a few
listening
minutes
to us, then we wouldn't mind a review about it.
For sure, and it really helps out our show. And so we thank you in advance for that. But with that, we will catch you guys next week. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend.